Hi everyone, welcome to GenAILearniverse. We're diving deep into our series, Build 50 plus Gen AI applications from scratch. So far, we've tackled 6 exciting projects and today we're launching into our 7th. If you're new here, I highly recommend starting with the first video of this series to fully grasp the foundational concepts. We build on the code and ideas from previous episodes, enhancing each new video with fresh insights and extending your learning journey without repeating details. As mentioned in our last video, we're now enhancing our previous object detector project to make it even more applicable to real-world scenarios by integrating it with a text-to-speech model. This upgraded application has a wide range of uses. For instance, it can significantly aid in children's education, helping them learn and recognize objects within images more quickly. Additionally, it can serve as a valuable tool for visually challenged individuals, enhancing their ability to interact with their surroundings. So, join us as we explore these impactful applications. Before we dive into the code, let's take a quick look at a demo to see how our final project functions. We'll upload an image, and the application will not only highlight all the objects within it, but also provide an audio description of the objects present.
This picture contains 1 cat, 1 chair, 8 books, 1 dog, 1 potted plant, 2 persons, 1 dining table, and 1 laptop.
Based on viewer feedback, I'll be making some changes to the format of my upcoming videos. While I initially aimed for comprehensive coding explanations, it's become apparent that shorter videos are preferred. As a result, I'll be writing the code offline for the next few videos and providing explanations during the recording. This adjustment should help keep the content more concise while still addressing coding challenges and solutions. Before diving into the hands-on portion, let's first understand the high-level flow diagram for this project. The diagram consists of 2 colors, blue, which represents the flow we completed in our last video, and green, which we'll be focusing on today. In our previous video, we implemented the blue flow, where we uploaded an image and passed it to the object detector model. This model provided us with a list of all the objects present in the image. Then, leveraging ChatGPT, we wrote a function to draw boundary boxes around these objects, effectively highlighting them within the image. Now, in today's video, our focus shifts to the green flow. We'll once again collaborate with ChatGPT, this time to create a function that processes the list generated by the object detector model. This function will generate a complete sentence describing all the objects detected in the image. Once we have this descriptive text ready, we'll pass it to the text-to-speech module, which will produce an audio description of the image, detailing its contents for accessibility and convenience.
So now let's move to our final part and most interesting part, coding. So what I have done is I have created one new Python file with the name object detector with audio. So you can do that by clicking right click and then new and then Python file, and you can give the name. So right now it is blank, as you can see. What I will do is I'll just copy the code that we have written in our previous project. I'll just copy and then paste it in the new file that I have created. Okay. As I have explained in the process flow, we'll be extending the project that we built in our last video, and then we'll be integrating it with text-to-speech model. So to do that, I'll move to Hugging Face, and in Hugging Face, so I'll click on text to speech, and then the model that we are going to use for this project is VITS LJS model. Okay, so I'll click here, I'll copy the code, pipeline code. This code I'll copy and paste it inside our code file. Okay, so since we already have the transformers, I'll remove this particular line. Okay, and I'll give it a name as narrator. Okay, so now as I have explained that as soon as I run, this model will be downloaded in our cache folder, and then from there we can copy it. I already have copied it in my local project model folder. So this is the model that I already have copied from cache to this project folder. So if you are new to this, new to my channel, and maybe you need more information, I would suggest to watch my previous videos of this series. I have explained everything in my previous videos, that how this work, how to download the model, where it gets downloaded, how to move that model from cache folder to the local project folder. So all these things I already have explained. Now I have created the local path, TTS model path, and I have pasted the path that I have for my local model. Okay, so this is the path for our text to speech model, this is the path for our, and this is the path for the object detector model. Okay, so for this project, so for now what I'll do is I'll uncomment this one, and also I'll comment these two lines. Or maybe what I can do is I'll just copy this section and paste it over here, and then I'll just comment these two lines and uncomment this one. So what I have done is I have a model path for object detector model, I have a model path, TTS model path for text to speech model. Now for the object detector, we already had this code written wherein we have object detector and then a model path, and then for narrator we have text to speech model, and then here we'll be replacing it with the local model path variable. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so as I mentioned, I already have written the code. I have pasted the code over here. This function is responsible for generating the audio based on the text that we provide. So this particular function accepts one text. Okay, and then we are calling our text to speech model, passing that function. It will give us the output in narrated text. So in the next section, what we are doing is we are kind of creating webfile.write. What this code will do is this will create a new wave file, right, based on the output that we are getting from this model. Okay, and this is a kind of syntax where we also need to pass the sampling rate. So we are using the same sampling rate that we are getting from the as the output of this model. Okay, so my function is ready. This function is responsible for generating the audio. Okay, and for this wavefile.write to work, we also need to import one library. So I'll just paste it over here, and then you also need to import this, and you also need to pip install Skype, right, so that you can use this particular library. I already have done that, so I'll not be doing that, but if you want to do that, you'll just right click and then you will open in terminal. Okay, and you will write pip install SCIPY, and you will press enter, and then it will install this library on your machine. Okay, so that's it. Now, as I explained in the process flow diagram, that we need to write a function, and obviously we are going to take help from ChatGPT to write a function that will read the object that we are getting from this object detector model, and then what it will return is it will return a kind of natural text, a kind of sentence that will give us the complete items that was detected using this object detector model. Okay, so let me copy paste that function that I already have written. Okay, so I'll be pasting that function over here. Okay, so what it does is it basically takes that object, the object that we have got from object detector model. Then what it does is it counts the labels. If it finds the similar label name, it will just increase the count as 1, and then ultimately what it does is if there are more than one item, one label, so for example an image contains 2 dogs or 2 person, then it will just add the s at the end to make it plural. And then at the end of the sentence, it will also, if there are more than one object, it will also add and. Okay, and for generating this function, the prompt that I have used is this one. So I'll also be giving it in the video description, but just for information, this is the prompt that I have used. This says, could you please write me a Python code that will take list of detection object as an input, and it will give the response that will include all the object labels provided in the input. For example, if the input is like this, I have provided the complete list that we got from this object detector model, And also I have mentioned the output should be the picture contains one person and one dog. And then I also have mentioned if there are multiple objects, do not add and between every object, and but and should be added at the end only. Okay, so I'll be creating a separate video for prompt technique, but the way I have written the prompt here, right, when I have given the example, I have mentioned that okay, I have given one example input and also explained that how the output should looks like. This prompt technique is called one shot prompting. So I have given, I'm letting the model know that okay, this kind of if I provide this kind of input, we should have the output in that format. Okay, and the same way this chat GPT has given me this code. So this code will be reading the object based on the input that we have provided. Okay, so this function is also ready. Now what we need to do is, now we have our text to speech functions ready. So what it does is, as soon as we get the output from object detector model, we'll be calling this function to get the natural text. Okay, and we'll be passing that text to this generate audio function, so that we'll be getting our audio file created based on the content that was generated through this function. Okay, so let's see how it works. So here right now, if you'll see in our detect objector model, that detect object function that is being passed through Gradio, it only give us the processed image, right? But along with this processed image, we also need to have the function for we also need to have the audio generated, right? So what changes we'll have to do? So this is the code that I have written, these 3 lines. Okay, so along with this processed image, what I have done is I'm getting the natural text. So I'll be calling read object function, right? The same function I just have explained, and then passing the same output that I was passing in the draw boundary box function, bounding boxes function, right? And then whatever natural text we have been getting from this particular function, we'll be passing that to our text to speech model to generate the image, and ultimately we are returning both processed image as well as processed audio. I'll delete this one. So my function is also ready. The only thing that needs to change now is in the Gradio, right? So now Gradio will accept one image, that's fine, but in the output it should have both the two things, right? First one is processed image that will have all the objects highlighted, I mean inside the boundary box, and then second should be the image. Okay, so for that I have again replaced this function with the new function, and there are very less changes that I have done. One change I have done is in the output I also have added gr.audio to display the audio that has been generated, that we are getting from this processed audio. Also I have changed the description. I have added the project 7 object detector with audio. Okay, so my function is ready, my code is ready. I already have done everything. I have included the model, I have included the library that was required for generating the wave file. I have changed the model path, included both object detector as well as text to speech model. Then I have written the function to generate audio based on text. Then I have written a function with the help of chat GPT to read the object based on the output that we have received from object detector model. And finally we have made the changes in the main function that is being called from Gradio, that will basically first calling the object detector model, gets the output, pass that model to this boundary box function to get the processed image with boundaries. Then we are calling another function read object to get the natural text, and finally we are passing that natural text to processed audio, and then it will give us the audio. Let's see whether it is working fine or not in case we are facing any issue. So I'll run this code file using this run button. Okay, so my local URL has been generated. Let me click on this URL. Okay, so my object detector, my interface is loaded. Let me select some image. So first let me select this one. Here we have one person and one dog. Let me submit and let's see whether it is working fine or not. Okay, perfect. My model, those two objects are highlighted, and let's see how the audio looks like.
This picture contains one person and one dog.
Perfect. So it worked fine. Let me try for another one as well. Okay, this is another image that I have uploaded, and then I'll click on submit. It will take some time to process. Okay, perfect. All the objects are kind of highlighted. You can see it has highlighted all the books, then plant and everything. Let's see if audio was generated correctly or not.
This picture contains one cat, one chair, 8 books, one dog, one potted plant, 2 persons, one dining table, and one laptop.
Perfect. So as you can see how easily we can, in very less number of line of codes, we have built our very useful application, right? Using two GenAI models, right? So just to keep the video length shorter, so what I have done is I already have uploaded the code in Hugging Face. You will find the code link as well as application link in the video description. If you are watching this video for the first time and you haven't seen my previous videos of this series, I would recommend you to go back and watch those videos, because I have explained everything, how you can upload your code in Hugging Face and share it with anyone you want, right? So with that, if you like this video, hit the like button. Also consider subscribing this channel. Thank you very much. Happy learning.